Why don't most people fix electronics? Why do we live in such a throwaway society? Why is it when someone even gets curious to take a device apart, they see the motherboard and they just stop right there? This video is not meant for the person that owns a cell phone repair shop or a computer repair shop, or does it as a curious genius in their basement. Yes, you're all geniuses. This video is for you, the one that clicked on this video because you were interested in why people don't fix their electronics. The reason why I think people don't fix electronics more in our society is because they don't understand how they work. We could go over concepts all day. This is the processor, this is the graphics chip, this is the Southbridge. I mean, how many of you know what a Southbridge chip is, or what a capacitor does, or what a MOSFET transistor does? My point exactly. So a lot of people call this a motherboard. This could also be called a logic board. What I want to convey to you is that understanding logic, even simple logic, you can understand how these complex components actually work. 8 years ago, I was driving down my street and I saw an Xbox 360 sitting in the garbage. Back in my heyday, I used to put mod chips in Xbox 360s, whether how legal and moral that is, I still did it. But what I wanted to say is that Xbox, all it needed was a disk drive. We ended up putting a mod chip in it, we resold it. We gave that Xbox brand new life. Then I had a situation a couple years ago where I bought a PS4 from a guy. And he was ready to throw that PS4 away and buy his son a new one, but I was willing to buy it from him. You know what that PS4 needed? A new hard drive. A 1 terabyte hard drive right now for a PS4 is roughly around 45, 50 bucks. Takes about 20 minutes worth of time in a USB drive, the firmware files, and you could have a working PS4 again. Give your console a brand new life, and for cheap. I remember when I was 13 and I wanted to understand small engine repair. I remember looking at an engine, seeing the piston go up and down, and trying to wrap my head around the concept of how it actually worked. And I remember the day that it clicked. And the logic of understanding an internal combustion engine, it just clicked for me and it worked. And I understood the concept of how it worked. That same type of thing happened when I got into learning how motherboards work. Where I am right now, I don't know everything about electronics, but there are a few things that I do know, and I've made a business out of it. Understand the risks that when you take apart something, it might not work when you're done with it, so understand that. If it's an older device, if it's like an older iPhone or an older game console, take it apart. Learn how it works. Look at the chips on these motherboards and look at the numbers on them and Google them. See if you can find something about them or what they do or what they're for. Stay curious. Let's chase the fix together.